Vavae, what's going on, man? It's Frostee Rucker. I don't know if you know of me, or anything like that, but I'm the old number 90. What's going on?
Yeah, no, all is well. And we do know about you. It's funny you say that because we was just watching clips of y'all practice last week. So
Oh, they got the throwbacks out there?
yeah, I mean, Coach Herndon showed it in the meeting room, but like I came in was just watching film, and one of our coaches, Steve-O, was just like, you want to see how you got to practice?" And I was like, "All right, like go ahead." He started throwing on film from y'all days, and
So what'd you get out of it?
just bring that mentality every day to be physical and compete every day in practice. There was no doubt y'all was going full speed, and that's the only way to go. You practice how you play. I'm a firm believer in that, and just watching the practice film, it really showed. You guys were actually going at it. Like
Oh yeah, we were
there was no,
competing.
yeah. I mean, there was even some after the whistle stuff looking like I was like, okay.
But I swear, but it didn't travel into the locker room. It was
No, it
on the
did
football
nah.
field. Oh,
That's what he was saying. He was like that they were just trying to get each other better, just how we need to get it going. And I was like, no doubt.
dude, we went into our seasons, or just being on our team, knowing we practice more than we play, right? So we're
Mhm.
like, the way we see
No,
it, facing
the
that
practice for
that
sure
practice.
looked like like some game practices
Oh
for
yeah,
real.
you practice more than you play.
Yeah, I was watching the 9-on-7, the inside run film,
It was
and this
on.
is yeah, it was on.
It was on.
It was on. This is when it was I formation with the fullback.
Oh yeah.
I mean, helmets is going at it for sure
Yeah.
every day.
Power.
I was like,
Oh
because
yeah.
nowadays, it's different. We from the gun now,
Hmm.
and it's a lot of outside zones, reads, but obviously in 9-on-7 we giving it, but I mean, like watching it from that perspective where you just got I formation and
Oh yeah.
everybody's, you know
Downhill.
what I mean? Like, yeah, it was straight downhill. I was just like, whew.
But we
Like,
went pad to pad like that. But when we got to the game,
no,
it was
that's
easier.
why.
And that's why we
Yeah,
put 50 points on people, and
yeah,
it did what
no,
we
for
did
sure.
on defense, because you
I
know
mean,
we worked so hard, man.
yeah, watching that, we were in there for like a whole hour just watching from mostly 9-on-7, but it was 9-on-7, and then then we saw some team reps, but it was just like it made sense on why you guys why you guys had the results you guys had every year in and year out, and
Dude, I'm glad that
basically laying the
yeah,
bricks for us. You know what I mean? So
I'm glad you guys have the opportunity to see that stuff, because that's the type of stuff that I'd love to get my hands on and reminisce. You know what I mean?
hey,
But
next time you're on campus,
teach
you're gonna
tape,
have to come up in the room and
but it's teach tape now. It's a
yeah,
great
no,
thing, because
yeah,
we were very humbled and honored to put the cardinal and gold on, to tap in at Howard Jones. You know what I mean? It
mm-hmm.
meant so much to us, and to compete. And then once we got a little bit of success, to want more. We
Yeah.
want more, because we knew all our dreams could come through. How long have you been playing football? Since how old?
I think about like 9 years old. Yeah, probably
Exactly. So all
more
the
than
great
more
things,
than half my life.
dude, you've been putting in this work to get to this point, to maybe, if your dream is to play in the NFL, it's right there. And when we
Yeah,
were playing and we were winning, people were getting drafted, and was like, oh, okay.
yeah,
So if I just do what I want, if I can, I do what I got to do, be the perfect teammate, running the ball, do my job, everything would take care of itself, and everyone was getting drafted.
yeah.
It was nuts, man. So talk to me about Hawaii, man. Do you miss home? You miss the island?
I've never been homesick, but I mean, I do miss my family here and there. But I mean, technology makes it so much easier than it was back then. I feel like, I
Yeah.
mean, everybody just a FaceTime call away. Obviously, it's not the same, but it's for sure way more than what you guys had in your days. So you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like, so it for sure makes it easier. But I mean, I've never been homesick. I feel like the guys out here are great. Look at them as my brothers, and just being around them, kicking it. That takes a lot of weight off the homesick
So not the
factor out
food,
here.
nothing, you don't miss the food a little bit?
Oh no, I miss the food big time. Like, but,
I'm
but
about to
I mean,
say, boy.
yeah, yeah, the food. But I mean, they got good stuff out here too. We got good stuff, so it's
Yeah.
cool.
So talk to me and the rest of the fans, because obviously I'm a fan of you and you guys, and what you guys got going on. Talk to us about how the practices have been going. I know one of the emphasis was, to be more physical. Can you elaborate on how that's been more physical or what's going on?
Oh, everything physical. I'm talking about from stretch period, really just bringing the intensity and the juice. Coach's whole focus is being more intentional coming to practice. When you come to practice, don't just try to, oh, this is another day I got to get through. Because obviously, like, it can get easy to get into that mindset during camp. But I mean, just taking the focus of what I'm trying to get better on today, what the end goal is, keep that in mind when, when you're not feeling it that much, then it's just a little reminder, a boost of why you're here, what you got to do, and what you got to take care of. I feel like just like I said, watching your guys film, we was all the running backs saw it, and we were just like, it's kind of the mindset you got to take going
Yeah,
into
it's
every period
different,
of
right?
practice. Yeah. So I feel like it was a good wake up call for us. And I mean, it's not like we needed some kind of boost or nothing, but like just seeing that and just remembering like there were some legends that played there before us, you know what I mean? And it's up to us right now to carry the torch and build on the path they built for us. So I mean, it's a lot to be grateful for, but yeah, the practice has been much more physical. I feel like this is probably the most physical camp that I've seen so far since my years.
That's good. Well, you got to be able to go into that darkness, man. I tell you, when your mind gets clouded and you're thinking, I'm sore, or, I hit the weights a little too hard, I'm a little tight. If you watch that film the way you did, you seen Reggie out there, right?
Yeah.
See Linda, you see all the numbers and names that you know of and you heard of, those grades, they practiced and they worked. They worked at their craft, man. And that was something about it. Like, it wasn't a whole lot of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and they're not on the practice field. No, you're on the practice field, or you'll get replaced.
Yeah.
So going into the season, what are your goals?
My goal is to contribute to the team and make sure I'm being a leader, not only on the field, but off the field as well. I want to make sure that when I'm on the field, the unit is being a better unit and producing. I want to be a physical runner, and I want to be able to show that I can be every down back.
All right, here's the phrase: back by committee. That's a bunch of you guys getting touches, or can you be the bell cow and hold the rock for 7 games straight?
I would say I could be the bell cow, but at the same time, Coach Jinx has made it clear he wants somebody to take over, and it's just a matter of like everybody has to. When you're in, you guys just maximize your opportunities. So I feel like we have backs that all can be the guy for 7 games straight, but everybody's going to push for that role in the offensive running back room. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to opportunities and what you do with it. So I'm ready to maximize those opportunities.
If you got the ball 20 times a game for these 7 games, you think you put some decent numbers?
For sure. Yeah. No doubt.
I like to hear that. In a few words, describe your style of running.
I say I'm a very patient runner that can take it upfield in one cut. Really just one cut runner that's patient and willing to dip his head when he gets to the second level.
So the second level defenders should fear you.
Yeah.
So you're not going to juke them, you're going to run through them.
That's my goal. I want to be more physical this year.
Yeah, I like to hear that. How's the defense been playing versus you? Have they has it been edgy at practice? Because I know you watched our film. Has it been like getting testy out there?
Yeah, for sure. But like you said, nothing really carried into the locker room. At the end of the day, it's all love. We just trying to, get better and compete. That competition coach is a real thing. I feel like every day, as long as we're competing, we're getting better. So we just know in the back of our heads, like, we're not trying to, hurt each other. We're not trying to – there's no personal things that's going to go off the field, but we're going to go 100%, and we're going to get better doing that.
Okay. Well, as you can see, this podcast is called Take Back the West.
Yeah.
And that's been this new energy that's came into the school with new coaches, and there's this energy. There's a buzz, What do you feel about that being the mantra for the season, if that's the go-to? Take Back the West. What do you think that means?
I feel like it's basically bringing back the culture you guys brought when y'all were here. Like I said, we watched the film in practice, just seeing how physical and the mentality y'all brought, not only in games, but in practices. And we want to bring back that reputation of this is SC. Like, it's not just a name out here. It's something you're going to feel when you're on the field. So and that alone should speak for itself. We're gonna let the pads do the talking, and that's what take back the West means to us, really.
It's refreshing to hear, buddy. I'm telling you, you got a whole bunch of alumni, ex-players, and just a whole fan base that is so pumped and excited for you guys. Everyone has gone through this COVID stuff and the highs, the lows, the adversity, the unknown. How have you yourself helped your team get through this? How have you stepped up as a leader?
At the end of the day, it was always control what you can control. So in the beginning of COVID, it was all about everyone was home and apart from each other, and it was all about just we were updated through meetings, and then when NCAA granted position meetings, it was that. But it was just being apart from each other. I feel like as a leader, we all kind of just kept in touch with each other. A simple FaceTime call could go a long way, letting them know you're there for them, checking in with them, how they doing, because it's easy to, get complacent while you're at home. So as a leader, we was all in the running back group and just remind each other, like, yo, don't forget to do your daily deposit. Like, we got 24 hours in a day. What you do with your time is up to you, but make sure you get in what you have to do to make sure you're helping the team get better at the end of the day, so that when it's time to go, we all ready. And I feel like we've done a great job of that. When we got back here, it was nobody was really out of shape too bad. Like, and that was in July, and obviously the season got canceled for a little bit, but still the work never stopped. We always controlled what we could and showed up when we had to show up.
Good. 7 games. We all know it. You know it. It's all out there. Pac-12 only gets 7 games.
Yeah.
Are you guys treating these like playoff games, one at a time? Do you see do you see a playoff berth at the end of it? Talk me through the 7 games.
I feel like regardless of what it is, we're just going to take the mindset of we want to be 1-0 at the end of the week, handle business every week, and make sure we're improving and getting better. When we're watching the film, we want to make sure we can correct the mistakes we made from the previous week moving in, and just handle business, controlling what we can control. Every week we have like Coach Hamlin now says throughout the season, the best thing you can have is to control your own destiny, starting off with week 1. And obviously the end goal is nothing short of a ring, So going in, as long as we can handle business every week, everything else should, like you said, everything else should handle itself.
Yeah.
But we gotta make sure we own it though, and we are. So
that's good. Well, again, last question. Talking from a fan's perspective, what do you tell these fans to anticipate for this season out of you and your offense?
Anticipate a lot of points, a lot of exciting plays, and an up-tempo offense to watch. So just keep up. And I would say we're just going to bring the juice every time we're on the field. Nothing short of that. Make sure even when the defense is on the field, we're going to make sure it's jumping. And as a team, we're going to make sure we handle business from all sides of the ball, special teams, defense, and offense, as basically a collective unit.
Well, I'll leave you with this. Since you're a senior, one of the things that meant a lot to me when I got to be a senior and I was leaving, I wanted to leave school better than what it was when I got there. So just keep that in mind as you're leading these guys. They get discouraged. Teach them there's a new way. If the mantra is take back the West, take it back. And that starts about building the new foundation. These 7 games that you guys got, we're all behind you guys, 1,000%. Do what you need to do. Keep putting your deposits in every day. Even when it gets tough, you get tired, don't forget to get stretched. Don't forget to eat right. Don't forget to get the weights in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got to leave school better than what you got it, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Proud of you, man. Yeah, absolutely. I'm proud of you, and I hope we can do this more often.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
All right, buddy. You take care of yourself.
Yeah. Bye on.